Thank you. Please take notice that the town of North Elba, hearing pursuant to section 202B of New York Town Law at the North Elba Town Meeting Room, 2693 Main Street, Lake Placid, New York at 5:30 PM, August 12th, 2020. To hear all persons interested in the proposed project for the consolidated sewer district. Take such other and further action as may be required or authorized by law. The proposed improvements will include, but will not be limited to, one, for the Roussillon A portion of the project, rehabilitation of approximately 5,050 linear feet of sewer main, planning to use the cured in place pipelining method, and rehabilitation of 20 manholes. And two, for the Roussillon B portion of the project, rehabilitation of approximately 7,000 linear feet of sewer main. Also planning to use the cured in place pipelining method. Conventional spot repairs and replacement for 2 sewer main sections. And rehabilitation and or repair of 13 manholes and all ancillary and related repairs. The project included related preliminary, ancillary and incidental costs. The estimated cost of the project is $5,420,000. The town has received a $3,750,000 grant for the project. The town intends to apply for additional grant funds and to seek financing through the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation. The cost of the improvements will be paid from such grants and from obligations to be issued by the town of North Elba on behalf of the district. The location of the project is the sewer district Roussillon A and B sewer collection system, as more particularly shown on the maps and plans for the projected filed with the town clerk's office. Please take further notice that all persons interested in this subject will be heard at this time and place. This time, is there anyone with any response or comments on the sewer project? Board members? With no comments, I move to close this public hearing. I'll take a second. All in favor? Aye. Carried. Thank you very much. All right. Moving on, as all of you here know, there's been a complaint and subsequent petition presented to the town by George Fortune with how many names are on the petition? Approximately
36.
36. Did George stay? He did not. He's presented us with a letter. And certainly his concerns are well known to this membership. I'm certainly not prepared for W to speak. I'm sure you probably have designated folks, but I won't turn anybody away. But Wes was good enough to come in and certainly fill me in on, let's say, Fish and Game Club's side of everything that's happened over the last couple of years. This board has no opinion as far as regulating the Fish and Game Club. We're a body that hopefully can help maybe ease some of the tensions. If we can help, we will. We're certainly not in a position that's even considered holding anyone down, telling anybody how to run their business. We're merely an avenue that hopefully can help so that tensions and emotions don't get any worse than they are right now. Hopefully better. With that being said, Wes, you were more than good in coming in and filling me in. And I think maybe for your general membership as well, let's go over some of it.
Everybody knows me, I'm Wes Stanton, I'm the president of the Lake Placid Game Club, been president for approximately 15 years. I'm also a firearms instructor. All the ranges in New York State run. The general rule business law, 150 Article 10. What that is a nuisance. What George is claiming, a nuisance noise measured in decibels. Can't be over 90 decibels, one continuous hour. Or 85 decibels for 8 continuous hours. What happens when that goes off, the firearm goes off, bullet comes out. Every foot that bullet travels, it loses 6 decibels. So within 100 feet, it will not read above 90 decibels. His house is 633 feet away, approximately. That's not, it's, there's no way you could, it won't show up. I've done it at 100 feet, I've done it at 50 feet, I've done it at 100 yards, I did it in the field, which is pretty close to a quarter mile away, you can't hear it. You will hear the sonic boom, but that boom that you hear, as soon as that exits the barrel, is 1.5 to 2 milliseconds. It's a blink of an eye. That's it. After that, the decibels are gone. The other trouble we have had, we did everything, we soundproof our roof, we moved the firing line back. Even though we're 100% compliant with the New York State rules, we went above and beyond that. With soundproofing the roof, we moved it back, changed our times to our competition shoots, which are only 22 caliber, 22 rimfire. Changed that from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Now, in this business law, it states the only time that a range cannot shoot is 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I could open that range at 7 o'clock. We don't, because we want to take care of all the people around there, the neighbors. And we close it at 6 for 2 reasons. People are having dinner, they don't want gunfire, but we stopped. And the Pee-wees start practice at 6 o'clock, so that way there's nobody on the firing range. This has escalated, say, 8-9 years. Started out with him coming down, harassing shooters. There's some of them here right now. Intoxicated, which number one, can't be on our range when you have alcohol. And you cannot be carrying a sidearm when you're intoxicated. We're driving a truck. That has happened numerous times. We have it on video of him harassing people. He harassed an NRA instructor. That's on video. He complains about his dog runs away. Well, his dog comes down to the range, and when we see it, we call a ceasefire, of course, and we make sure the dog's a safe distance away. We don't shoot dogs or deer or any animals at all. So this is just escalated. It's getting higher and higher. Now, the last phone calls that the police department had and the state police is the horns going off. It's constant. The horns going off, I did test it. It's 180 decibels. And he was doing it for anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes straight. He thought it bothered us, but we have earmuffs on. And the great part about it was, when I was teaching HR 828 class, when you are training somebody for close quarter combat, on all the scenarios you can think of. I can't remember the noises, because then I'd be disturbed. He came up with the noises, actually benefited us doing it. I don't think he was happy with that, but that's the way it is.
He was just parked outside of the Fishing Game Club and
He's in his property when he's blowing his air horn,
He's
but
blowing his air horn.
he's on his property, he's not on the.
Approximately 150 feet away. Like I said,
Okay.
have muffs on. We were training the police department down there last year. And he got a boombox out. Well, that benefited us because a lot of times when police go to a bar, they can hear music all over the place, people are screaming, lights are going on. Somebody called the police saying there's a disturbance. They didn't come to us. They went to George. Because he was playing that boombox. It didn't bother us, but he's the one making the noise, not us. And it all stemmed from me throwing him off the range. We're on the range, 7 police officers. I got 2 of them right down here right now that'll attest to this. We just got through running a scenario, all empty. We heard a truck through the gate, break through the barrier. sped down the range 100 yards to us. We did not know who it was. With luck, the grass was wet because there was still dew on it that day. He started sliding, he lost control of the truck and he went sideways. When he did, I could see him in the window, so I knew who it was. It's George. We let it go. Enlightened on what he did, and we did not press charges. This is what all of us shooters are dealing with now. And most of the time. Some police officers in here, retired police officers now have received calls. And there's a past president in here now have received calls of gunfire coming from the Fish and Game Club at 6 or 8 o'clock at night. Loud boom, very loud booms. It wasn't us. Go over and check it. That's why we put cameras in. Now everything is video and it's taped. We have the camera. Gunfire was coming from above. Maybe his house, I don't know. But I can guarantee you it was a 50 caliber barrel. I don't know who's familiar with that, but if you hear one go off, you will know what it is. But that was mostly an intimidation factor, but it wasn't us. So this is what we've been dealing with. We tried everything under the book to satisfy him, and it's not working. I do not want him on the range. I gave him a verbal order. I talked to him and told him not to come on our range property anymore, but be arrested. Now, we just had the police down there yesterday shooting, qualifying a new guy, and he started blowing a horn. Which we had calls on, it really bothered us, but it's bothering the neighbors, and the phone calls coming into the police department, it's not us, it's him. So now I've done my rant, that's about all I got, anybody?
How long has the Fish and Game Club, the shooting range, been existing?
Over 100 years, easy. That's all grandfather did. All grandfather did.
Well,
No, it was there
It's
before you built. the
firing
town, yeah.
range, for my personal thing, I belonged to Fish and Game Club since 1963. That's when I took my first hunter safety course. In the 70s, we had what they call a turkey shoot. You shoot a clay pigeon at 100 yards and chicken or turkey or something like that. We did that all in the 70s, every other weekend. And then I was in correction for 25 years, as was my partner here. We started training down there with ARs for the road patrol and roadblocks in 1983. 81. We've been training there since 81. After that, in 1989, I became a police instructor. And I instructed Lake Placid PD. I've been there with them since 1989, and there's a couple officers in here that I've trained. And a couple weapons officers in here. So I've been there since 1980. The house was not built till in the 90s or sometime. And they knew,
Where they were moving?
they knew that there was a firing range there. I don't know. He shoots guns himself. So I don't know where the noise is bothering him, but he's making more noise than we are.
And the other day I was there shooting a 22 rimfire. Is subsonic, it's not, it doesn't break the sound barrier, it's very quiet, the bullets are traveling like 1,000 feet per second. I went over there, like within the first 2 shots, he was on his air horn and just nonstop, just blaring it. Like,
And the air horn
Yeah.
is the one that's 180, that's for, I was there, that was for 15 minutes straight. The police, the assistant chief from here came down,
yeah,
and
everybody.
he got it on his body cam. So we have a copy of that, and then the state police came and they heard, it wasn't just like a car horn. Here, it was an air horn, and he was. I'm sure everybody knows what Morse code is. Okay, that's what he was doing.
SOS with his arrows.
How many signatures do you need for a complaint? Before anything is brought up in front of the town board? That's what I wanted. How many?
That's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
It's not okay.
No, in the
1500.
signatures, I did a measurement, anybody from Patch Lane up. They could sign it, but there's no way, because this house is 633 feet. Patch Lane's almost a quarter of a mile. There's not enough decibels, it would be normal, 45 to 60. When I've done decibel testing out at the gate, a tractor trailer makes 110. But it's there and gone, so we're making less noise than the road.
Wes, if you would, just speak a little bit about your relationship as a club with docs, with DOCCS, or state police, or even our local police, what you do to help them, and also, maybe a couple quick sentences on Sunday, because that's a new thing with people that are getting their pistol permits, from what I know.
Wes, just to elaborate on that, the accusation is that the Fish and Game Club has contracted with those three organizations.
We have no
So-
contract with the state police, they do not shoot there. They have asked me to shoot there, but as everybody knows, Troop B, I believe, is 400 and some, we can't. We can't do it, so.
But if they're members, they're free to shoot there.
Pardon?
If they're members.
If there's members, we have, actually, I've got it written down. Two of the people who harassed them by this blatant are state troopers, and they still are state troopers.
So,
He didn't know that.
so just to kind of go back, so it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
He knew prior to purchasing the property
Yeah.
building. Oh, yeah. Has there been increased activity? So I'm trying to, I'm not trying to. I just don't understand.
I would have to say no, because you can go back in the archives, Lake Placid News. You'll find out that when Al Conway ran that, they used to have dinners every Sunday, once a month, Sunday nights, and shoots, and they had over 200 people. We don't get that many, we get 20 people. That's it, so it's actually less,
I was just confused. with
and
this.
most of the shooting we do is with a 22 rimfire. Our competition, except for one.
Once a month, June until September. Once a month, we have a rimfire 22 shoot with 15, maybe 20 of our members. And their kids, and just the group club thing, we're not bringing people in from the outside, it's just.
You have to be a club member.
And it's all 22, again, subsonic, no breaking the sound barrier, everything's. It's 22.
I just-
Getting back to, Department of Corrections, they do shoot at our range. They shoot 1 or 2 guys a day, they only shoot 10 rounds apiece, and they are members. They're paying members, the Lake Placid Police Department are paying members. Nobody shoots on the range unless they're a member. They have an orientation. Which we tell them, there's no rapid fire, there's nothing over 30 caliber weapons. There's no drinking, there's no alcohol, nothing like that on the range. Everybody is given an orientation and a safety class. And they have to sign a waiver, so everybody there that shoots is a member. We've had a couple situations where I have allowed people there. When the people escaped out of Dunmore. The Secret Service came to me and asked if they could dial their weapons in before they went up there. And I'm not gonna say no. They were there 15 minutes. And no, I'm sure nobody knew about it. They were there and gone, so there was no complaints on the secret.
Wes,
Have you or the club pursued any legal action upon keeping George off the property? Other than you tell him to leave, but is there any legal action?
As far as police department and filing charges, no, we didn't file charges on it. We should have, but
Yeah, hindsight.
things have changed and it's escalating now to the point that
Yeah, we're too nice is what. the
that
problem is.
firearms are involved.
Let's press charges
alcohol is
now.
involved That don't mix. And he confronted a couple people, I have it on video. Well, he can't deny it, we sent him the video. And I also, and Michelle, we sent him a letter. We had Mr. Briggs read it, he said it was okay, so we sent it in the mail. Well, we got it returned to sender, and on the envelope, it stated, I don't live here anymore. So obviously he didn't read it. You know, I know it's funny, I'm not trying to make a joke about this, but this is what I'm dealing with, this is what we're all dealing with.
That makes his whole complaint moot. He doesn't live there anymore.
So I don't have anything more.
So, in response to what he was asking, how often does the police department qualify there?
We qualify 2 days a year. And there was stuff that got back to me that there's machine gun fire. There's never been machine gun fire on that range, never. Never, since I've been there, there's never been machine gun. The local PD has patrol rifles, which are full automatic. Seeing that that feature is on there, we have to train it, so they're familiarized with it. We usually run 2 lines of 4, because we have 4 patrol rifles. It takes 2.9 seconds for 1 line. So you got about 5.8 seconds for the whole year, and that's done.
So twice a year, the police department, we allow them to use the range so they
They
can
are
qualify. They're members or whatever, but yeah, so they. And other than that, the corrections officers come in occasionally to qualify
One
when
or
needed.
2, and they're not there every day, and when they are there, they're there for 20 minutes and they're gone.
That's usually only August, is the way it used to be.
No, they
Are they
now
making it?
now they're training from April till October because of the shortness of.
Just so they can qualify.
One thing I'd like to mention is that I haven't heard is it's a safe place to fire your weapons. And if it was closed down, people are gonna be shooting out in their backyards and
That's true. We've got 100% safety record. We've never had any accident down there. And I've already had comments from people that, well, if we can't shoot there, like he said, they will go in the backyard and shoot. It's making it more dangerous.
Yeah.
And we try to do everything for the community we can down there to keep it safe and keep it as quiet as we can.
Amen to that. You guys have done a great job.
Everybody's got a big hand and we've improved the range. We've raised the banks up to, on the backside, they're pretty close to 10 feet. We've got backers that are soundproof, so when the bullet hits, you're not gonna hear that, you're not gonna hear that crack. But we've done a lot that we didn't have to do. We're already compliant with this law, but now we're above and beyond that.
I believe you'd all be welcome to stop down during a shoot, just to see what exactly goes on.
You can't shoot unless you're a member though.
And see exactly how it's run.
But most of the 22 shoots, we don't allow this, you have to wear earmuffs, but actually they're subsonic. No, we don't hear them. Really, you hear that quick crack, and like I said, it's 1.5 to 2 milliseconds, the blink of your eye, and it's now it's decibels are gone.
I think we have a good vision of what's going on now. I think all of our mission should be to keep a volatile situation as calm as it can be. And
We will do that, but he's gotta understand, and we'll do it legally. We're gonna have the police or somebody put something on him or whatever to not come on that property.
Yeah.
Do not come on.
He's making more noise than we are.
Yeah.
What is that we do?
90 or
He's putting more noise than we are.
You know, I feel like I should apologize for this situation, but I tell you, it's really good to see a group come together.
We're just so excited about this attendance.
Never had nobody in here.
People outside.
We've never
There's a lot
seen
more.
our movies. That's great. People don't really appreciate how fun they're doing.
Anyway, in any respect, yes, ma'am.
I'm just curious what the actual petition said.
Oh, I
If
can
you have
tell you.
people sign.
Halt and stop all gunfire noise at the local fishing game club, Lake Placid.
Will you post that in the minutes? Like it's
Yeah. I'm
online?
gonna give it to
See,
you.
we're also saying to the neighbors, because I can get the government really well, just the way our code fits. And he was telling us that other organizations were coming in here, like the state police. The state police should be firing their guns in Raybrook. They're coming here and using their right through. Which obviously is misinformation, it's not true.
But if they're
I'm shooting
members,
a
what?
22 and he's blaring his
If they're
horn.
members.
Yes, we have city places that are members.
It's blasting hard, when you got a blasting license taken away.
Had to qualify the next day, so all they did was come down and they fired like 4 or 5 rounds. And that was it, they were gone. They were a lot more player than I would have been anyway, but it was all on video. And I played that back.
Doesn't matter, they're members.
Yeah.
What's
Doesn't
that?
matter.
They were members.
Doesn't matter.
They
And
are.
I live right behind the state police range.
Right.
They use it a lot.
Yeah.
So So, like I said, we have no.
Have you sent any ordinances and complaints or trying to get them to shut?
I'm one of those ones that has my own range.
There's nothing to lose.
Anyway, thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
It's good to hear the input. I think we get it.
Again, you're all welcome if you wanna stop down at the next shoot and check it out and see how, you know, obnoxious the sound, is. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing, it's a group of people with 22s and enjoying each other's company and it's a fun.
Next
And we've got a 13-year-old kid who beats us all.
It's the other option.
Saying
It's kind of just a part.
A great grandson that's done all the winning now, his face get red.
He's been at it for years. We go way back in the arcade with Rick.
All right, I think I'm gonna keep on going down the agenda. Thank you, everybody.
Close down.
Sign it, so.
Let's grab the sign and book. Still get back.
How you doing? You still got a good eye? You know? There's two nice girls right here.
I know what I do.
Everybody's here.
I think we are.
I suppose you know what you're getting into. Somebody's got a bunch of his kids.
Yeah.
Is the horn they're talking about. This guy used to do last. Hooked up to his generator.
It's a night one.
I was still getting. Yeah. That's why.
I should have said something. David. This guy comes down.
Oh, it goes, you are kidding. There can be.
From here to her.
Yeah.
We would close the back.
Yeah.
The resolution.
Yeah.
Much more fun.
That's why I say it's in all of our situations.
Oh, that's.
It works.
It's an emergency.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to
All right. So I gotta get this. Good to see you.
Got dinner at 7:00.
That's ambitious.
You got it?
The ground.
You know, like the brakes on it.
Yeah.
All right, Car, so I think. Let's move on to the agenda. So you wanna do the public interest one first?
Yes.
All right.
The order.
Just wondering, what happens next?
There's no action before us.
Yeah.
There's nothing being acted on.
And the store didn't even show up?
There would have to be a.
He came and left his statement, which,
Yeah.
Is there a
Adrian,
statement somewhere?
what's that?
Is there a copy of the statement? Can I keep it?
Yes, you can.
I live literally 200 yards directly behind that. And the only thing
the best thing I love about that is the more shooting there is, the closer it's getting to deer season.
No, no, it's good you guys all came and everything.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, 95% of people there, but you know. It's up on us, you know, and you guys are fine. There have been some
Good.
perfect reasons.
This was all awareness.
Mismanagement.
Good.
It has to be documented for us to even have.
So this was just basically all harassment to get people, yeah.
It was, yeah.
But it works, and I'm not in his favor.
No, that's.
I only came because I heard the air conditioning was gonna be on. That's not why.
Told you that. That sucked.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
You
I'm
bet.
on Evans Lane. I don't mind it whatsoever. I've been dealing it with years. I've been here since '87.
Good being a huge fan, but I'm like. it's part of
All
it.
right.
It's always-
Right.
I have one
Thank you,
more
Jeff.
thing that I have
Thank
to
you.
share. I live right next door to Tony Carlino, so I'm right up behind him up there. Yep. And the first year, I've been here 4 years. The first year I was here, it was September, the windows were open at 1:45 in the morning. I heard gunfire and a lot of it, and it wasn't from the rain. And then I got talking to my sister down, right, lived down the road. She goes, oh, no, that's just your words at that hour shooting or something. And he has the nerve to do this. What's that?
Is that what it- oh, okay.
Yeah, so thank you all.
Good night, thank you.
Should I ask her to come Mosey, so I she's being quiet?
Yeah, they'll keep you. All right,
Okay, I'll be around. You know where I live.
You've already read this one. Resolution determining proposed improvements in the town of North Elba Consolidated Sewer District to be in the public use. Whereas the town of North Elba duly established the town of North Elba Consolidated Sewer District, the district in accordance with New York State law, and whereas the town engaged Swazo, Doty and Associates, SDA, as engineers to analyze the Rusma A and B sewer collection systems, its condition and infiltration and inflow issues, and whereas SDA studied and analyzed such systems, prepared the following two maps and plans which have been duly filed with the town clerk's office, Rusma A sewer collection and Rusma B sewer collection, collectively referred to as the map and plan. And the projects described in the map and plan as detailed further below, collectively referred to as the project. And whereas the map and plan detail existing deficiencies, and after analyzing different options, recommended complete rehabilitation and selective repair replacement for the Rusma B portion of the project and complete rehabilitation for the Rusma A portion. And whereas the total estimated project will cost would be $5,430,000, and whereas the town has received a grant for the project in the amount of $3,750,000 and intends to apply for additional grant funds and for financing for your New York State EFC. And whereas the town owns and operates a wastewater treatment facility and sewer district collection system and infrastructure for the benefit of the district, and whereas the town board wishes to undertake improvements to the district's Rusma A and Rusma B portions of the sewer collection system, all in accordance with town law section 202B. Whereas SDA prepared the map and plan for the project which was duly filed in the town clerk's office and made available for public inspection. And whereas the project is a type 1 action pursuant to seeker, and the town board serving as lead agency undertook coordinated review, and after reviewing part 1 of the full environmental assessment form and completing all relevant portions of FEAF parts 2 and 3, including all applicable questions in part 2, found that the project will not have any adverse environmental impacts, and adopted a seeker negative declaration. And whereas at a special meeting held on July 30th, 2025, the town board adopted a resolution, A, proposing improvements to the town's collection system and infrastructure as detailed and recommended in the plans for the project prepared by SDA, B, specifying the estimated cost of such projects to be $5,420,000, and C, stating that the town board would meet on August 12th, 2025 to hear all persons interested in these improvements for the district's Rusma A and B portions of the sewer collection system, and to take such other and further action as may be required or authorized by law. And whereas the notice of public hearing was posted and published not less than 10 days, no more than 20 days before the public hearing, the date of the public hearing as required by town law 202B, and whereas the public hearing was duly held at the town board meeting at which all persons desiring to be heard was duly heard. Whereas although the town of North Elba is a town partially within the Adirondack Park, the district does not contain state lands assessed at more than 30% of the total taxable total taxable assessed valuation of the district, so permission from the state comptroller to the proposed expenditure is not required under town law 202B. And now therefore it hereby resolved as follows: the proposed improvements will include, but will not be limited to: one, for the Rosemont A portion of the project, rehabilitation of approximately 5,050 linear feet of sewer main, planning to use the cured in place pipe lining method, and the rehabilitation of 24 manholes. And two, for the Rosemont B portion of the project, rehabilitation of approximately 7,000 linear feet of sewer main, also planning to use the cured in place pipelining method, conventional spot repairs and replacements of 2 sewer main sections, and rehabilitation and or repair of 13 manholes, and all ancillary and related repairs, and further including related preliminary ancillary incidental costs. Upon the evidence detailed in the map and plan, and after duly holding the public hearing, is hereby found and determined that is in the public interest to make the improvements to the town's sewer collection system detailed above at an estimated cost of $5,420,000. The supervisor is hereby authorized to direct STA to prepare definite plans and specifications for the improvements, and to make a careful estimate of the expense, and the assistance of town council to prepare a proposed contract for the execution of the work. The project is hereby authorized, and the town supervisor is hereby authorized to take all actions necessary to effectuate this resolution.
That's a new word.
That's a new word. The resolution shall take effect immediately. Duly adopted this 12th day of August, 2025 by the following vote.
Take a breath.
All right,
Take a count.
so,
No place to be.
I'll take a motion to accept this resolution. Rick, second, Dick, any further discussion?
Part, my only question was, we're not supposed to do seeker before that because it's seekers quoted in that.
Until I read this to you, yeah.
So should we stop and do seeker?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we won't accept this?
I think we should-
So do you want me to read this lead agency status
Yes.
letter? Okay. This is dated August 12th today. It is an update on lead agency status for the town of Rosemont Sewer Improvement Project. Dear town board members, this letter provides an update regarding the lead agency's designation process for the above referenced project, for which the town board has indicated its intent to serve as the lead agency under the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, SEQR. In accordance with SEQR regulations, a notice of intent to declare lead agency status was circulated to all involved and interested agencies on July 11th, 2025. According to SEQR regulations, if no objections are received from other involved agencies within 30 calendar days of the notice of intent, the town board automatically assumes the role of lead agency. As of August 12th, the town has received no objection from the Adirondack Park Agency, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, and the New York State Department of Health to the town board's intent to serve as lead agency. The town did not receive responses from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation to the town board's intent to serve as the lead agency. Therefore, in accordance with SEQR provisions, the town board has automatically assumed the role of lead agency for the above referenced project. Should you have any inquiries or require further information regarding this matter, please do not hesitate to contact me. Sincerely, Lori Dudley, Town Clerk, Town of North Elba. So now we go on to the full environmental assessment form. You want to do the questions?
Sure. So this is the same form that we did for the long building, the same set of questions.
By the way, Preston, you're getting off easy.
But obviously this isn't the sewer upgrades, not about the long building, so that's what you're thinking about. Number, and I can start with the questions, right? Okay. So number 1 is impact on land. Proposed action may involve construction on or physical alteration of the land surface of the proposed site. Up for discussion. I would say no. Impact on geological features. The proposed actions result in the modification or destruction of or inhibit access to any unique or unusual landforms on the site, such as cliffs, dunes, minerals, fossils, caves.
Same, no.
3, impact on surface water. The proposed action may affect one or more wetlands or other surface water bodies. I mean, this does involve surface water and water, so I'm gonna ask Cara to elaborate a little bit on that question.
Yes, there will be a replacement on Wisdom 1B, because the wash is right by here. Would you mind?
Yes, so we can record it. Here, I'll switch with you.
So this is the intersections. There was a breakdown here. This is to Northwood School, right?
Right.
Yeah, and there was the entrance to the there was the part, I believe there was the entrance to the woods.
Oh, the Pebble.
Yes. So there's a small area, there was a joint offset, and then we could have a replacement there, so they will be the open excavations. That's where we're gonna have them, there's some impact to that.
And is it impact to wetlands or impact to surface water?
Surface water,
Okay,
that's the only locations that we would have to do that.
okay.
Perfect.
So that answer is yes, and then you have to answer the question below it. So there's the letter K. What letter of the alphabet is K? The proposed action may create a new a water body, sorry, and then the answer, you can answer in two ways. You can answer no or small impact. And then the other answer is moderate to large impact. So what did I already say that one? The proposed action may create a new water body. No. The proposed action may result in an increase or decrease of over 10% or more than a 10-acre increase or decrease in the surface area of any body with water. No. The proposed action may involve dredging more than 100 cubic yards of material from a wetland or water body.
No.
I'm assuming that's no. The proposed action may involve construction within or adjoining a freshwater or tidal wetland or in the bed or banks of any other water body.
We don't hit anything title, no, or open water.
The proposed action may create turbidity in a water body, either from upland erosion, runoff, or by disturbing bottom sediments.
Nope, no line is in that.
The proposed action may include construction of one or more intakes for withdrawal of water from surface water.
Nope,
The proposed action may include construction of one or more outfalls for discharge of wastewater to surface waters.
no,
Proposed action may cause soil erosion or otherwise create a source of stormwater discharge that may lead to siltation or other degradation of receiving water bodies.
there's silt fencing and stuff, put up
Right.
anywhere where you're gonna break that line.
There will be,
Yeah.
control, yes.
Okay, so no,
The proposed action may affect the water quality of any water bodies within or downstream of the site of the proposed action.
no,
The proposed, it will improve them, is that?
that's why we're doing this.
The proposed action may involve the application of pesticides or herbicides in or around any water body. No. The proposed action may require the construction of new or expansion of existing wastewater treatment facilities. No. It's the last one on this. All right, no, that is the last one. Okay, so now we're on to another bigger question, number 4. Impact on groundwater. The proposed action may result in a new or additional use of groundwater or may have the potential to introduce contaminants to groundwater or an aquifer. Say no.
No,
Impact on flooding. The proposed action may result in development of land subject to flooding.
that's actually a good question, but not in this.
No.
Yeah,
No. Impacts on air. The proposed action may include a state regulated air emission source. No.
depends how long you leave that pipe open. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
7 is impacts on plants and animals. The proposed action may result in the loss of flora or fauna. No. Number 8, impact on agricultural resources. The proposed action may impact agricultural resources. No. Number 9, impact on aesthetic resources. The land use of the proposed actions are obviously different from or in sharp contrast to current land use patterns between the proposed project and a scenic or aesthetic resource. Impact on historical and archaeological resources. The proposed action may occur or be adjacent to historical or archaeological resources. And I actually don't know the answer to that one, so I'm gonna ask Cara to elaborate on that one too. Is there a historic or archaeological resources?
That is a yes question, right?
Yeah.
Yes, because they, on the Wisdom 1A, they have 2 camps.
That are historic, is it
That
historic?
is, yeah, there's 2 camp, it's historic, and I explained that on the Part C. around here.
Let me get to that scene.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a two camps, I think it was the day camps there. It wouldn't be any impact on it.
But they're adjacent to it.
Yes,
Okay, so no impact, but it's adjacent to it.
and we have to say yes.
Yeah, okay. So then that answer is yes, because of so they're just like listed on the historic registry, so.
Yes.
Okay. So then we have to answer the smaller questions. A, the proposed action may occur wholly or partially within or substantially continuous to any building's archaeological site or district which is listed or has been nominated by the New York State Board of Historic Preservation for the inclusion on the state national registration of historic places. So it's again, the no or small impact or moderate or large. And I would say that's very little impact to the, or no impact to those places. The proposed action may occur wholly or partially within or substantially contiguous to an area designated as sensitive for archaeological sites on the New York State Historic Preservation Archaeological Site Inventory. No. The proposed action may occur wholly or partially within or substantially contiguous to an archaeological site not included in the New York SHPO inventory. No. It's not said, okay. Back to the bigger question. 11, impact on open space and recreation. The proposed action may result in loss of recreational opportunities or a reduction of an open space resource as designated in any adopted municipal open space plan. No. 12, impact on critical environmental areas. The proposed action may be located within or adjacent to a critical environmental area. It is not. So the answer is no. 13, impact on transportation. The proposed action may result in a change to existing transportation systems. No. 14 is impact on energy. The proposed action may cause an increase in the use of any form of energy. No. 15, impact on noise, odor, or light. The proposed action may result in an increase in noise, odors, or outdoor lighting. No. 16, impact on human health. The proposed action may have an impact on human health from exposure to new or existing sources of contaminants. No. 17, consistent with community plans. The proposed action is not consistent with adopted, it's a double negative there, not consistent with adopted land use plans. And then the answer is no, because it is consistent with her comp plan. 18, consistent with community character. The proposed project is inconsistent with the existing community character, and the answer is no. I know I'm kind of saying the answers, but that was meant to be a discussion. I'm assuming we all agree it was no, except for historic and. Water.
Yes, we had a little discussion here with you.
Put your in.
Yeah. About where.
So then there's nothing to do with that. You wanna do part 3?
Which is this, like, so it's like to make the decision of negative declarations.
We have to do that, let's before we can.
Pass this down there.
Rick's.
He's not getting off that.
Listen to his sultry.
He's gotta read this whole thing.
No, I think just the decision.
Oh, superintendent.
Holy gosh.
Those readers are powerful.
Let me, you got, gonna do that?
Full environmental assessment form part 3, evaluation of the magnitude and importance, project impact, and determination of significance. I will not talk as fast as Emily, but I'll try. Part 3 provides the reasons and support for the determination of significance. The lead agency must complete part 3 for every question, part 2, where the impact has been identified as potentially moderate or large, and where it is need to explain where a particular element of the proposed action will not or may result in a significant adverse environmental impact. Based upon the analysis in part 3, the lead agency must decide whether to require an environmental impact statement to further assess the proposed action, or whether available information is sufficient for the lead agency to conclude that the proposed action will not have a significant adverse environmental impact. By completing the certification on the next page, the lead agency can complete its determination of significance. Reasons supporting this determination. To complete this section, identify the impact based upon part 2 responses and describe its magnitude. Magnitude considers factors such as severity, size, and extent of an impact. Assess the importance of the impact. Importance relates to the geographical scope, the term duration, and probability of the impact occurring, number of people affecting the impact, and any additional environmental consequences if the impact were to occur. The assessment should not take into consideration any design elements or project changes. Repeat the process of each part 2 questions where the impact has been identified as potentially moderate or large. And whereas there is need to explain why particular elements of the proposed action will not or may result in significant adverse environmental impacts. Provide the reasons why the impact may or will not result in a significant adverse environmental impact. For conditional negative declarations, identify the specific conditions imposed that will modify the proposed action so that no significant adverse environmental impacts will result. Attach additional sheets as needed. The town of North Elba is seeking, it's smaller. The town of North Elba is seeking to make an improvement to the Rougemont A, RA, and the Rougemont B, RB sewer mains, and proposed work will involve rehabilitating the sewer lines using cure-in-place pipe lining and trenchless technology that requires no open excavation. There will be a small spot repair and repairment at the existing location of the RB sewer. Part 2, Section 3, impact on surface water. Although the proposed spot repair and replacement work at RB have minimal construction impacts within the near of a stream, the proposed must be proceed. The project must proceed to prevent issues with water quality of Mirror Lake and all the downstream water bodies. Part 2, Section 10, impact on historical and archaeological resources. The proposed work may occur in or near a historic or archaeological site at the RA location. The rehabilitation at RO utilizes this CIPP method. Therefore, will be no impact on the historic or archaeological resources. Additionally, no other environmental impacts are anticipated from this project. Page 2. That's just the.
Yeah.
So the seeker status is type 1. Identify portions of the EAF completed for this project, part 1. That's it for this.
Good.
But then we need a motion of negative declaration? Oh, and it's already written.
Then there's the resolution, already.
Is that the resolution authorizing the town board to act?
With
Negative declaration.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay,
so that one has to be signed.
Okay.
Yeah, too.
I don't think we.
A resolution authorizing the town board to act as a seeker lead agency.
No, that's a negative back.
Oh, I did that.
No, we didn't, that's right, you wrote,
Yeah.
the letter.
We
Just
redid
don't
it
forget
at the
to-
very last minute.
this is what you just did, so I better put this here.
Oh, yeah.
I better sign while I can. Signature of responsible officer and lead agency, that's me.
We haven't voted on it.
Uh,
A little presumptuous.
Oh, all right, all right.
I won't lose your spot.
All right,
Yeah.
good. All right, this is a resolution authorizing the town board to act as seeker lead agency and the adoption of a negative declaration in relation to the town of North Elba Rousemont Sewer System Improvement Project. Whereas the North Elba Town Board is considering pursuing the Rousemont Sewer System Improvement Project, which would include rehabilitation of approximately 13,050 linear feet of sewer main, rehabilitation of up to 37 manholes, conventional spot repairs and replacement for 2 sewer main sections, together with ancillary and related repairs, the project. And whereas the project constitute a type 1 action pursuant to the State Environmental Quality Review Act, and part 1 of a full environmental assessment form, EAF, was duly prepared for review by the town board. And whereas the town board declared its intention to seek lead agency status at the town board meeting of July 8, 2025, and directed that the required notices be sent to all identified involved and interested agencies. And whereas each such agency has either consented to the designation of lead agency or more than 30 days have elapsed without the making of any objection by such agencies. Now therefore be it resolved that the town of North Elba Town Board hereby declares lead agency status in reference to this project. And be it further resolved that upon review of all information contained in EAF Part 1 and the town board's review and findings in response to each relevant questions set forth in EAF Part 2, the town board as lead agency hereby finds that there will be no significant adverse environmental impacts likely to result from the action and hereby adopts a seeker negative declaration. And be it further resolved that the town supervisor, town clerk, town legal counsel, and town engineers are hereby authorized to take any and all further action reasonable and necessary to fulfill the town board's lead agency responsibilities, including but not limited to preparing the secret determination of significance document and submitting the negative declaration to all interested agencies for filing and to comply with all posting requirements pertaining to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation's Environmental Notice Bulletin. Whereupon the resolution was put to a vote and recorded as follows. First, I'll accept a motion from Rick, seconded by Dick. Any further discussion? All right, how many in favor? All right. Me as well. So that's 5. Nays were 0, abstentions were 0. So approved, so Lori's gotta sign this.
No, you can now sign that one.
All right. So I'd be the responsible officer in the lead agency. No, town supervisor.
Yes.
Who's the responsible officer in the lead agency?
You.
You are the responsible officer in the town.
Oh, sign them both.
Yep,
Both lines.
it has a date, the same day as today too.
Yeah, don't whisper it.
Jason just wanted to read something.
And then you can sign the public interest resolution now.
But we also didn't vote on it though.
No, sorry.
Yeah, but we now.
Wanna get out of here, too, I understand.
Okay.
So that's back to the first thing that I read, the public.
Public
interest.
interest, okay,
So I'll make a motion to approve that.
all right, second it by Jason. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes were 5. Noes were 0, no one absent. Okay. So now we have the bond. Okay,
Yes. Oh my God, more reading?
uh,
3 pages.
yes, and
Are you ready?
keep all this together because Lori's, yeah,
That's why I'm making.
There's none of us can, nobody can help that.
Are we ready? I know you guys all really wanna listen. A regular meeting of the town board, the town of North Elba, Essex County, New York, was convened in public session at the North Elba Town Hall, 269 Main Street, Lake Placid, New York. On August 12, 2025 at 5:30 PM local time. The meeting was called to order by Derek Doty, and upon its roll being called, the following members are present: Derek, Emily, Jason. Rick and Dick, sorry, I was trying to figure out who those people were.
She looked at his own name, that was good.
And it says the following persons were also present, it says Lori Ludley, I'm gonna strike that and write Adrian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The following resolution was offered by and seconded by, is that get filled in later? Okay. Board resolution dated August 12, 2025, a resolution authorizing the issuance of serial bonds of the town of North Elba, Essex County, New York, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed 3 million pursuant to the local finance law to finance the replacement of the I'm reading long building. I was like, wait, what am I doing?
yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah. Well, we're not,
No, she's reading this.
but we're not bonding for that.
She's reading
whole-
that. Oh, looks the same, it does, okay, I didn't.
Okay, I think I have the right one now. Oh, wait, sorry, this is,
Yes.
I have the right one, so I have the right one here.
It's not sewer,
this is the
interfund loan,
It was-
general
It's
funds.
the same top here, look.
Adrian.
Yeah, it looks the same, except he's got 5 million
And it says sewer improvement instead of long building.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so everything I just said, and then not to exceed $5,420,000 pursuant to the local finance law to finance the Roussement Sewer Improvement Project. And so delegating the power to issue the bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the sale of such bonds to the town supervisor. Be it resolved by the town board of the town of North Elba, Essex County, New York, the town. By the favorable vote of not less than 2/3 of the members of the board as follows, section 1, the specific purpose here and after referred to as purpose. To be financed pursuant to this resolution is the rehabilitation of the sewer collecting system serving Roussement Way and Maryland Drive in the Consolidated Sewer District. The maximum cost of said purpose is $5,420,000. Section 2, the town board plans to finance the total cost of said purpose by the issuance of serial bonds of the town in the amount not to exceed $5,420,000 hereby authorized to be issued. Therefore pursuant to the local finance law and the assessment, levy, and collection of special assessments upon the several lots and parcels of land within the district, which the town board shall deem especially benefited by said facilities, so much upon and from each as shall be in just proportion to the amount of benefit with the improvements shall confer upon the same. And to pay the principal and interest of said bonds. The town has applied for and been awarded a New York State Water Quality Improvement Project grant in the amount of $3,750,000 to finance a portion of the cost of said purpose. The town intends to apply for a New York State Water Infrastructure Improvement Act grant, which would cover 25% of the remaining cost of said purpose, or $420,000. Funding for the balance of the cost of said purpose will be sought through the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation Clean Water State Revolving Fund. Section 3, it is hereby determined that said purpose is an object or purpose described in subdivision 4 of the paragraph of A of section 11 of local finance law, and that period of probable usefulness of said purpose is 40 years. Section 4, it is hereby determined that the proposed maturity of the obligations authorized by this resolution will not exceed 5 years. Section 5, current funds are not required to be provided prior to the issuance of the bonds authorized by this resolution or any notes issued in anticipation of said bonds. Section 6, the proceeds of the bonds authorized by this resolution and any notes issued in anticipation thereof may be applied to reimburse the town for expenditures made after the effective date of this resolution for the specific purpose set forth herein. This resolution shall constitute a statement of official intent for purposes of Treasury Regulation Section 1.150-2 of the United States Treasury Department. Section 7, each of the bonds authorized by this resolution and any notes issued in anticipation thereof shall contain the recital of validity prescribed by Section 52 of local finance law. The faith and credit of the town are hereby irrevocably pledged for the payment of the principal of and interest on said bonds as the same respectively become due and payable. An annual appropriation shall be made in each year sufficient to pay the principal of and interest on said bonds becoming due and payable in such year. There shall annually be levied on said several lots and parcels of land within the district to tax sufficient to pay the principal of and interest on said bonds as the same become due and payable. Section 8, subject to the terms and contents of this resolution and local finance law and pursuant to the provisions of section 21, 30, 50, 56, and 63 and inclusive of said law, the power to authorize the bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of several bonds authorized by this resolution and the renewals of said notes, and the power to prescribe the terms, form, and contents of said serial bonds and said bond anticipation notes, including without limitation dates, denominations, maturities, interest payment dates. Just lost my place. Consolidation with other issues, manners of execution and redemption rights, and the power to determine the issue said bonds providing for sustainably level or declining debt service, and the power to settle, including without limitation, receipt of bids submitted in an electronic format and deliver said serial bonds and any bond anticipation note issued in anticipation of the issuance of said bonds and hereby delegated to the town supervisor, the chief fiscal officer for the town. The town supervisor is hereby authorized to sign any serial bonds issued pursuant to this resolution and any bond anticipation notes issued in anticipation of the issuance of said serial bonds. And the town clerk is hereby authorized to affix the corporate seal of the town to any said serial bond or any bond anticipation notes to attest such seal. Section 9. The town supervisor is hereby further authorized in his discretion to execute a grant agreement or agreements, a project finance agreement or agreements, and any other agreements with the New York State EFC and the New York State Department of Health and New York State DEC. And any amendments thereto, and to take such actions and execute such documents as may be necessary to provide for the financing or refinancing of the specific purpose set forth herein, or a portion thereof by the issuance of serial bonds of the town and the sale of said bonds to the New York State EFC. Section 10. The town supervisor is further authorized to take such actions and execute such documents as may be necessary to ensure the continued status of the interests of the bonds authorized by this resolution and any notes issued in anticipation thereof as excludable from gross income from federal income tax purposes pursuant to section 103 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended the code, and to designate the bonds authorized by this resolution and any notes issued in anticipation thereof as qualified tax exempt obligations in accordance with section 256B3 of the code. Section 11, we're almost done. The validity of said bonds or of any bond anticipation notes issued in anticipation of the said sale of said serial bonds may be contested only if, 1, such obligations are authorized for an object or purpose for which the town is not authorized to expend money, or 2, the provision of law which should be compiled with at the date of the publication of this resolution are not substantially compiled with, and an action, suit, or proceeding contesting such validity is commenced within 20 days after the date of such publication, or 3, such obligations are authorized in violation of the provisions of the Constitution of New York. Section 12. The town clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish this resolution or a summary thereof, together with the notice of substantially the form. Notice and substantially the form provided in section 81 of local finance law in the Adirondack Daily Enterprise, a newspaper having a general circulation in the town and hereby designated as the official newspaper of the town for such publication. Section 13. The resolution shall take effect immediately upon its adoption. The question of the adoption of the foregoing resolution was duly put to vote on roll call, which resulted as follows.
All right, I vote aye. Emily?
Aye.
Dick?
Aye.
Jason?
Aye.
Rick?
Aye.
The foregoing resolution was thereupon declared duly adopted.
Don't worry.
Do you have to copy that for,
No, I'm gonna give her final.
okay. So
Well,
now
yeah,
is
so sign.
this interfund loan one still to go?
You have to sign this.
Sign all this stuff.
Okay.
Yes, I think the only thing we have left is the interfund.
Okay. A resolution establishing an interfund loan from the general fund to sewer fund, SS 21 for the Rousemont Sewer Improvement Project, Town of North Elba, New York. Whereas the Town of North Elba Town Board seeks funds for the Rousemont Sewer Improvement Project and expects to receive approximately $5,420,000 in state and federal grant and loan financing that will be realized upon receipt from the funding agencies. And whereas a sufficient amount of money is available in the town general fund to provide an interfund loan of up to $420,000 to the sewer fund for the Rousemont Sewer Improvement Project. And whereas the loan may be provided by the town general fund without having an adverse impact on the financial condition of the fund or any approved capital allocations. And whereas issuance of the loan constitutes temporary short-term financing issued and will be repaid after the receipt of outstanding receivables to be collected from the respective funding agencies. Now and therefore it be resolved by the town board as follows. The town of North Elba Town Board authorizes a loan from the town general fund to the sewer fund in the amount of $420,000. The loan may be prepaid in whole or in part at any time. The loan shall bear interest at 0% and will not fluctuate. The term of the loan shall not exceed 1 year. The loan is to be repaid from legally available funds of the town that are deposited into the sewer fund and from receivables due from the respective funding agencies. Whereupon the resolution was put to a vote and recorded as follows. How many in favor?
Aye.
Everyone. Any no nays and no abstentions? So that goes in this plat.
Lori's got a lot to sign.
So we'll put this all together. Don't go near it till Lori gets back. Thank you, Car. I know the rest of the meeting is probably just as exciting.
Good more so.
It's so exciting.
You're leaving?
All right, I have to say, this is like such an exaggeration that we went through 6 different times to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
I feel sorry for you in your industry having to do that.
Over and over and over and over.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. So now I'd like to approve the minutes of the board meetings of July 8th, June 16th, and the June 10th board meeting. What's that?
There's more.
June 8th special meeting, the public meeting, public hearing. July 8th, excuse me.
Oh, July 8th, public hearing, the septic law, June 16th, the special meeting of June 10th.
Yeah.
All right, unless you want to do them one at a time, but you are all given those.
So.
I'll take, okay, hold my Rick. Well, she beat you to it, Dan.
That's okay.
All right,
She's younger.
any further discussion? All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
No one opposed, unanimous, okay. This next one should really only take a second, to talk about, the swim lesson policy. Anybody wanna even remind me how we left it?
We hadn't discussed it yet.
No.
So it was, I think it got brought up by email. Rick worked on a policy that I don't see it in the packet, but I think everyone has saw it.
I've never seen
I've never seen
a
it.
swim policy.
No, I asked you to include it on the agenda and to include the policy in the packet. But it was like 3 weeks
It
ago.
was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So then we'll move that to September,
Yes.
Okay.
okay,
Send it to us, please.
Yes.
I'll accept it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
and I'm hoping, I sent the list of the equipment. From Park District that we need so that we can be self-sustained in
Yeah.
taking care of our fields.
And has someone bid on it yet though, or the bid is not out?
Uh,
You're asking for a bid?
yeah, we sent 4 or 5 RFPs out to places that typically could get equipment. We found one place in Connecticut.
Yeah.
One place that responded and said, I can get this stuff.
Trying to actually call different places soliciting bids.
Yeah. And right now, it looks like we're in the $235,000 range. We won't have a bond prepared for that until September. But we have adequate funds and fund balance, so we can get this ordered and get it here, because we have aeration, slit seeding, overseeding to do. Quite a bit of stuff, we're gonna need that.
All
equipment.
this equipment is available now?
Yes,
Okay, that's what I was-
well, it's gonna take 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
available now. You know what I mean?
So anyway, I'd like a motion to accept this. And certainly it's contingent on us filing for a bond. As suggested by Kathy and looking at, yearly expenses and the whole bit. I think her suggestion of a 5-year bond is in order, basically $50,000 a year. With interest, yeah, it'll probably be between 55 and 58,000. But what we've done, just so you know, I don't want you to look at it as if it's just spending money, because our annual cost to have Jim Gerard here was anywhere between $55,000 and $80,000 a year. So we've replaced that with equipment that should last 15 to 20 years. And now we're self-sufficient.
And just to clarify or say it again, this puts us in a position where this will replace anything that Jim did.
And
More. Yeah, I mean, but it will replace what he was doing. Okay.
And it will actually put us in a position now, and we all know the situation surrounding Jim, mid-70s, trying to figure out how to retire. When that happens, I know the school district will be knocking on our door, so when we're done taking care of our 7 fields, we'll move next door and take care of theirs.
Right.
So this is movement, this is moving in the right direction. All right, did we vote? No. All right, I'll take a motion. Dick, second. Jason, any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. No one's opposed, so that carries unanimously. Thank you. This next thing, this cannabis application, I've given this a couple thoughts. And you know, you can all chime in, and of course, Dick and Emily, have you met
Yes,
on this?
we talked about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It came within an email from Caleb.
Yeah, it's
Did it come to the
Very
pre-agent? It came from you.
Yep, so like, I know there's no problems this year. But eventually. The critters will get into what we have now. But we should also recognize that this amount is just for North Elba. This is just for 2 of our places.
Right. Yeah.
It would be nice to know if DEC is gonna follow suit, so those 2 in the parking lots are getting done. Like. Are we the only ones doing it? Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
I think it's the ones that impact us the most.
Yeah,
So
that's the
I'm
thing.
okay with using cannabis funds
Yeah,
for it.
what it
but
is-
I think that's a great question.
yeah, but as far as right now, I'm talking to. Talking to the gentleman that was supposed to get the contract to do I talked to him the other day. Between ARDA and the DEC, everything is still up in the air
Okay,
after this year. I
okay.
mean, because
You mean as far as a management contract and all that stuff?
everything,
Okay.
nobody wants to say who's gonna be responsible for things.
Yeah,
Rick and I have talked, there's money there, but nobody wants to take responsibility for anything.
yeah.
And it's year to year.
Well, I can tell you, in the case of North Elba, we've stepped up for snow removal
Right.
in the parking
Yep.
lots. We stepped up on trash.
Yep.
I guess those are the 2 major aspects, but I can say, at least one of the sites, which is down where,
Old Raybrook Road.
that's the one site, but the one I'm referring to is Greg's, where he has the public
Yeah.
bear lot.
Yes.
Once a bear finds a garbage can, it's a problem. So I don't have a problem moving ahead with this either.
Well, that isn't one of them. So this is.
Yeah, I thought it was Old
Raybrook
Raybrook.
Road in the eastern terminus of the rail trail. Is that where? In the village.
Meaning the
The train station.
train station.
It's a train station.
Oh, so they're not even recognizing.
But they're asking for those 2 for now.
Train station. Who's the ask?
Arden.
Arda.
Yeah,
They're asking, actually, let me just read this quick. Project description, which I'll comment on. Purchasing 2 bear-proof trash cans and providing signage will help ensure the rail trail stays trash-free and avoids nuisance bear problems, providing a better experience for residents and visitors. Project location, parking areas, Raybrook Road and eastern terminus of the rail trail. And that's it. I mean,
Raybrook Road or Raybrook where the parking lot is just on Center Lake.
No, Raybrook Road, as far as back in, when you turn on the other side of, yeah, Old Raybrook Road, when you go into. Take a left at Maple Field, there's one back in there.
So
Where there's already a porta potty.
There's a porta potty with a small parking area.
Okay, the speculation is that DEC requires bear proof.
Yeah.
Cans, however, the ones they put out are not bear proof.
Right.
But the anticipation is that they will be.
Yeah, because again, the gentleman that was supposed to get the contract, one of the holdups was. He said, I'm not gonna purchase all these bear proof. You know, this is kind of a high price, but you know, it's in ballpark. They told him. If you want the contract. You will probably have to buy them. He said, if that's the case, I don't want the contract. And he went back and forth for 3 months. Between ARDA, who was going through DEC.
And
Saying
no,
no commitment, no information at all.
let me ask you this, is there a garbage can in that parking lot now?
In which one?
Oh, well, you're saying the eastern terminus.
Yeah, there is. Yes, the
Who's
village.
picking that up? The village?
Village is picking up. It's not bear proof. Are you familiar with the ones that Fowler Crossing?
Yeah,
It's the same thing, just not permanent.
okay,
It's the exact same one.
so
Who picks up Fowler Crossing? Yeah.
we do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, as far, let me ask a side question. Now, this agreement to plow it, what's the agreement? I mean, you got all these people, agencies that are gonna do it. Is there a schedule?
Yes,
Okay,
we have Monday, Tuesday.
okay,
Yeah,
2 days, DEC and 1 day.
okay, that's,
And they're going to do all the heavy equipment.
and we ran it for Monday or December, January, February.
okay, because that wasn't clear. Even the stuff that came through from the emails from ARDA. They just say all these agencies, municipalities agreed to do it, but.
Yeah,
no details.
Julia was there, so she knows the schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but, I mean, back to this, I mean, I think it's, like you said, I think. It's a good start, you know, I think, I believe at the firehouse, back at Greg's. I believe, isn't that his garbage can?
No,
It's ours?
it's outside the fence, it's in that little driveway, cause
No,
there's
but I mean,
house.
didn't he put it there?
No,
He did, okay, I thought he did.
no,
But anyway, but no, this is, I think eventually they will require it all the way to Tupper Lake, but
so how do we wanna move forward?
I think,
So it looks like we're the only ones doing it?
yeah, but it's North Elbert for now,
Yeah,
that's the thing, I mean.
so that means we're gonna have one location that's not bear proof.
Actually, more than one, well, no, because there's no garbage. Because we have more locations in North Elba.
But there's not a trash can now on Old Raybrook Road.
No, there's not, there is, you
Yeah,
got one there?
yeah, pick
Okay,
it
we
up
did.
right at the
Okay.
porta john.
Okay, I didn't know it was over there.
There should be one at each portage.
Yeah,
Is there one at NCCC?
Just,
Because there's a porta john at NCCC
yeah.
at the crossing, and I just don't know if it's
I
there.
don't believe so.
I don't think so.
So what do we do? Do we add something in? Take
No,
care?
no, I think, no, just leave it the way it is. See, okay, what I read was they want money for, let me just. For completeness sake. Emily and I discussed this with Daley. They wanted the sign part,
Yeah,
they don't need it any longer, so they're asking for $3,821. For the project, and taking out the sign part is $3,446. For the two cans, that includes. Money for the cans, a surface mounting kit, which isn't much, and freight.
that's just
makes
put the
it-
screws in it. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it is. So the cans themselves are $1,489 a piece. And like I said, that's a little bit high from what I found, because I was doing the research a few months ago, working with the gentleman I'm talking about. And that's a little high, but it's in the ballpark.
So they need 2978.
No, they need $3,446.
Cause there's like a mounting or a.
Yeah, that's what I'm
install
saying. Yeah,
kit.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, 3,446.
That gets them here and mounted,
All right, so,
because they will match, they're matching, ARDA is matching the installation, which is $400. That's it.
all right. How's everybody feel? Move, get it over with?
I think get it over with, and again, we don't know what the other towns are doing. but we're stepping up and doing
We're
it.
gonna be the head of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's.
Who will relay? Oh, well, first I'll take a motion.
I make a motion that we.
Seconded? Who wants to second? Jason? Anything further? All in favor? Aye. Okay, who will take this amount to Kathy?
We'll
You guys-
we'll just let Haley know. it's being
Okay,
And
approved.
then. And I'll send everything out, right?
Okay, and just to let you know, there are other applications out there that we discussed, but we're looking for more information in a second.
Any early impressions? I'm guessing Julia will be good. On Arda? Do you,
I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
you haven't
Probably
had
got more
a
contact
meeting
than-
since, have
Oh,
you? Have you?
How was it? Good.
Yeah, probably disappointing for her,
Okay.
because she started off with saying that the her former job, she had. No more than 65 minutes, I believe, to finish a meeting,
Okay.
and that's like telling us we've got.
Yeah. Yeah, now, yeah.
It's just
Easy now, easy now.
No, it's just too much information, we need
Come in September,
once a month,
just a few items.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
so, no, I think she's doing a great
Okay.
job.
Don't feel bad, you're always an hour or two ahead of Craig Randall.
Yeah.
And that time we had the supervisor from St. Armand saying that they go sometimes discussions till midnight.
Those are the Shirley Sini days. Yeah. All right, good. Under new business, I wanna thank Adrian for getting very professional on me. Creating, this, by the way, is, excuse the expression, this is an ass backwards way of accepting a hazard mitigation plan. The county hired a consultant to do the study and work with FEMA. We were sent FEMA maps. How many months ago did I showed them to you, I think.
I was there.
Yeah. Anyway, Darcy has a set as well. So does Todd. They are very few changes, a few within North Elba, but FEMA hasn't finally adopted them yet. So this mitigation plan can't move forward till that happens. However, there are deadlines in effect that basically say if all the towns in Essex County don't follow suit with Essex County by September something, but it's coming up before our next meeting, then we would lose our ability to qualify. Of course, we don't even know if there'll be a FEMA, but in any rate, so that's my attempt to follow suit, recognizing the county. And then we will finalize it when actual language comes out for us to do. So whereas the county is formally awaiting final adoption of FEMA mapping that updates floodplain identification of Essex County, at which time a more formal resolution will be passed by both county and towns. Somebody make that motion.
I'll make.
Dick, second. Jason. Let's see, Dick. Jason, any further discussion, even though it's confusing? All in favor? Aye, no one opposed.
You have to do roll call.
Yep, all right, let's do the roll call. I'm an aye. How about Deputy Supervisor Preston? Aye. How about Member Kilburn Politi?
Aye.
How about Council Member Cummings?
Aye.
Aye, and Council Member Leon.
Aye.
Thank you. There's another one for Lori to sign. Should I put it in your pile? And the one with the.
Right here.
Yep. Shall we do this?
Yeah. She doesn't like my margin.
You raise your hand?
All right, now we gotta go on to the bond resolution for the Long Building.
Can we just say settings, Emily said only.
Yeah, she got.
I got the long, I was like.
She got voted.
What did I say? Oh, 3 million, I was like.
Yeah, actually, we can.
Cause it's all the same.
The town board plans to finance a portion of the cost of said purpose by the issuance of serial bonds of the town in an amount not to exceed 3 million. Hereby authorized to be issued therefore pursuant to the local finance law. Such amount is intended to be the initial cash funding for said purpose. Oh my God. the whole
Oh my
second
God,
page.
yeah.
Listen, we're gonna borrow $3 million
So we can pay
in
the
a
bills.
bond anticipation note
Right.
that matures in 1 year. We could get it callable and pay it off early, but it adds a 0.5%. So I said, no.
No.
We'll, as the money comes in, we'll save it, we'll pay it off at the maturity date. Okay, so. Let's go right to voting.
Read the roll call slowly.
All right,
Somebody's missing.
all right. So I vote aye. Emily,
Aye.
Dick,
Aye.
Rick,
Aye.
Here he comes.
Do we hear an aye from the cheap seats?
Oh, I don't think.
President.
Yeah, there he is.
there we go.
Oh.
So on the bond anticipation note. We're borrowing 3 million, it has a 1 year maturity date. We're not gonna, it's not gonna be callable where we can pay it off early, cause that adds a 0.5%.
Okay.
Anyway, everyone else has voted aye,
It was three, you said it was 3-something% in the email.
3.75,
Yeah. Okay. Aye.
which matched the big banks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good.
very good. Now, I wonder if this will have to go through. Lori.
She's filled up the back of it and sealed it.
Good. All right,
Isn't the band part of that?
yeah, it is, yeah, it was just. She was making sure I didn't forget it.
Okay.
All right, in your packets, I'm sure you got,
Hopefully, you didn't forget everything.
you got the fire contract. I'd like a motion to accept that contract. Moved by Jason, seconded by Rick. Any further discussion? Let's see,
You already signed it.
no,
Oh, no.
oh, maybe I,
Georgiana signed it. You-
yeah. All right, motion, we took the motions, any further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Thank you, passes.
And I'll send that to her.
Good deal. And then usually we file that with Kathy. Yep. Okay,
Thanks yourself.
Started selling.
I'm hungry.
I'd like to
I didn't
appoint
eat before I came.
our new budget and finance officer. I guess at this point, I'd like Rick and or Emily to talk about our interview, who the gal is, like where she comes from and our total excitement.
Amy.
Schuler.
That's right, yes. I remember. From Saranac Lake originally.
Her family is still there.
Right. Lorraine Kelly is her mom.
And she come to us with an excessive amount of experience as she worked for the Department of Transportation in Nashville, Tennessee. That department, she was responsible for a budget of approximately 10 times what our budget is, around 112 to 115 million.
Oh, double what we have.
And they do have plows.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They don't use them often.
They actually attach to they're not.
Garbage truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But they're
A lot of
not.
Places do that.
Just plows.
Kathy was excited to sit in on the interview as well, to learn that we have someone that's very competent in municipal law, not just municipal law, but operations, so I really think we found someone not just competent, but she carries herself very well, she's pleasant. We're looking forward to giving her the nickel tour and getting her on board. Her date of hire will be September 4th, if I remember right.
And the interesting thing is, she's very successful as a CPA, but wanted to get back into municipal government, so.
Okay, why should, Well, not your question.
No, surely.
That wasn't a red flag.
So even though my impression of reading municipal law is that this typically is a supervisor's appointment,
Okay,
in this case, every time we have appointed, and of course Kathy's been here for 20-some years, the whole board has input. And that's the way I choose to do it. So in that appointment, I like input and give me your yes or no. So naturally, I'm moving to appoint.
Okay.
Rick,
Second.
Dick.
Yep.
Jason, Emily.
Yes.
So we're unanimous in that. Thank you. I guess Rick and or Dick can talk about our plow truck purchase.
you skipped a couple, by the way.
Did I?
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, is it not on this one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, road designation. I guess I already checked it off. I better do that right now. My next door neighbor will be putting
Yes,
this
right.
contract
Oh,
down
thank
on
you.
me. All right,
You want to learn.
Actually, shoot, wrong target.
That's right, that's right. Get blown.
you each got a copy of this. I'll just say real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, he's writing to request the assignment of a new road named Perrier Way to an existing private road located off Brookside Drive in Raybrook, New York. This private road will be situated within Essex County and will serve 4 distinct 911 addresses. I'm sure you all realize
How
where
far
it
does
is.
that go up in? What's he asking for?
Well, the current road that goes to our wells
Right,
is really, to me, that's really the only maintained one to
I was
date.
gonna say, that's it for now.
Then it leaves that corner to us and goes up the hill.
Right,
And I'm sure he will incorporate that into Perrier Way. Where the boundaries stop, I don't know, but he has mentioned the tax map numbers, so I'm sure the road will go to that boundary.
yeah, he did, okay.
Yeah.
I got you, okay, that was my not concern, I guess it was a concern. Where's it going? We know where it starts.
Yeah.
And we know, straight in,
It's going
But-
to the boundary of his,
right,
and certainly if it's gonna be a town road.
How can it possibly be a town road?
it's not a town.
Well, it can't be now. I guess I'm speaking in front of my tongue, but it can only become a town road if we were to make a deal where there was a utility easement or something along that road to run services to them. Because that's still the unanswered question. How is water, electricity and those things, if they're gonna be in the ground? How are they gonna, if it remains a private road is one thing.
But then also to be a town road, it has to be 50 feet, like
It has to meet
be
the
50 feet
standard.
wide with 26 feet of improved surface with, has to be paved.
Right,
And you got a bridge and you got all that.
yeah.
I don't see that
Or-
ever being a
No,
town road.
no,
Yeah. But a private road can give right of way to utilities.
Yes, yeah.
And it doesn't have to meet. town road
Is this like,
standards.
is this coming from E 911 though, or is this?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, so it's really just a road name, and that will help with any 911 calls. Because that road has no name now,
is that just approved by us or does this have to go to the county?
it has to go to the county. Yep. So I'll take this with me Monday if you guys approve it, but
I have a quick question. I don't mean to interrupt. you.
no, that's fine.
I'm looking at a map of his property
Yep,
right now. So this is Brookside over the rail trail.
yep,
He's putting a road into here. So that's a whole new process, because that road only ends right there.
see this that says Dana,
Yeah,
that is town now.
gotcha.
Okay, so you see the way this comes down?
I'm familiar with it from the rail trail. Yeah,
Yep,
so he wants to get to here.
that's right.
So he's gonna have to create through the town land to get to him.
Well, actually, he owns that road.
Okay,
Yep. And we have a right of way over it.
gotcha.
Yep,
Thank you.
you bet. So I'll take a motion to accept the road name change, and we can make it, contingent on Essex County accepting it unless they have issues. I think that's a fair,
Yeah, I'll make that motion with that contingency.
all right,
Yep.
second, Rick, further discussion. All in favor? Aye. Carries. So this has to stay with me to county. Okay. So now, is that the only one I skipped?
No, long building, long building bid.
All right. So our RFPs went out on two phases. Foundation and construction one, which is the shell of the building. The RFP that came back was from Steve Sama Construction. And it has different phases that addressed as the RFP was set up. Long story short, this bid came in on the long building for $3,792,708. In that RFP, it includes the price of the modular design, which came in at $1,119,000. All the labor and construction work of putting up the foundation and that modular design at $2,042,000. And the mobilization and demobilization, which is a general conditions part of the RFP for $380,580. Coming to the total of $3,792,000. Certainly Steve has been instrumental in helping us early on for us to determine a conceptual design. And by that, what I mean is, as a board, we needed to decide whether we could stick build this thing or if there wasn't enough time. And of course, as you all know, the hourglass is tipped upside down and we're running out of time. So this decision on our part to go modular design is the only reason we have even a chance in hell of getting this thing done by horse show next year. So in any respect, I would like a motion to accept this RFP and make it official that Steve Sama Construction is our guy to bring us through this project.
So
Motion by Dick, second by Jason. Further discussion.
I'm just gonna recuse as a sometimes employee of Steve Sama Construction.
That's fine. Okay, with that being said, all in favor? Aye. Abstain? Or,
Recuse, I think the better answer is.
Yeah,
recuse.
okay, recuse, okay. Let's see. How will I make note of that for Lori? I guess I'll do it right here on this. Emily recuse. So that motion and acceptance carries. Thank you. Now I go to Highway Department.
And he's got all the numbers right there.
Got all the numbers.
Good deal.
So there's two choices here. There is a truck that's been all prepared, sitting on the lot now. We can take delivery of it before the winter. The other choice is to order one at the price. The price basically is almost 30,000 more if we order one. Plus the fact that, as we've learned, once the chassis comes in, it's going to sit waiting for everything else. And we pay between $1,000 and $1,300 a month for storage. So that will not be the case with this one. The difference, one's a 2026, one's a 2025.
And we have to insure it while it's sitting there.
Was there one question that
Yes.
that Kenny brought up is, but it's not. It doesn't have the apparatus that he wants, is it, or is it?
Yes,
It is okay.
yeah,
I thought he mentioned that the plow isn't what he wanted.
well, we went back and forth on that one, and he said, you know, it's 50-50 right now on what he has for plows, so.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So he said at the price point of this one,
So
And he-
he's satisfied with this one, the way it's.
yes,
Are we still at 337,000?
yes,
And his fund balance can allow for that.
yes, he's checked with Kathy and they're fine with it.
That's
They would
great.
have to bond it.
Yes.
To me, no brainer.
Yes.
All right, I'll take a motion.
So
Okay.
moved.
Second
Yeah.
by Rick. Further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Carries. So I'll let Adrian know unanimous. And of course, we'll let Kathy know as well.
I know.
Highway truck purchase passed unanimous at $337,000. I don't know if there's change on that or not.
337, 450.
450. Right here. Yep.
Charlie.
Oh, that's right, Charlie wants that, that's right.
Okay, as you'll remember, you know, our proposed amendments to local law 1 of 2019, which is our inspection of the septic systems. We had a public hearing. There was pretty good talk back and forth on that. I'm quite sure we decided that the amendments as written was effective. And hopefully, if that's still the case, you would move to pass that tonight so that I can put that in. Send that in, that takes 30 days to be accepted as law. Which is just in time for code enforcement to be able to use it to act on a couple different incidents. With that being said, I'll take a motion to accept the new septic law. Rick, seconded by Dick.
Under discussion. The shall and must were used, the language, they're used interchangeably, but the spirit is in theory must. It's kind of as a way to.
And
compel that.
and land use code shall means must.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and remember, it was our engineers that supported
Sure.
the way it's written is
Sure. I just
right,
wanted
right on task.
start drinking water, so I just, as long as it's clarified that, you know, they're used interchangeably, but the spirit is must.
Right.
Sure.
And a fine helps, must come right into.
Another-
Okay, so all in favor? Aye. Aye. No one opposed, that carries.
We must.
They're interchangeable.
In this language, okay, not all the time.
Oh, that's good.
I can't remember that from short-term rental law. It takes 30 days.
You file with the Secretary of State.
Yeah, but I thought for some reason that the moment it was filed with. the Secretary of State-
what I thought too.
Could-
That's
how you receive it.
Yeah, they literally have to, because I remember like calling the Secretary of State every day and being like, did you get it yet?
Yeah,
And then remember they lost it. Oh my God, it was such a headache.
cause when Derek said that,
Most people
something
do
did
that.
click and say, no, that's not. what
Yeah,
it used to be.
and actually,
see.
yeah, I think in the local law language, it says upon receipt and filing with the New York State Department of State. Right, Department of State.
So I'm gonna verify that.
So it's however long it gets taken.
It could be
to send
30
there.
days, but I think it's.
Okay,
that-
upon receipt. Good point. I'll verify that.
That's how like, I mean, I know our original short-term rental law was literally stamped on March 19th, 2000.
All right, we
That's
need
the day
to, we need a resolution setting a special election for the annexation of 54 Willow Way in the town of North Elba into the village of Saranac Lake. And we've talked about this 6 times on the Ys and all that.
Yes, but it's called a special election.
It is, and in fact, I'm gonna go as the Democratic representative. Lori will go as town clerk and Republican representative. And the only people that can vote in this are residents of Willow Way
Okay.
that voted in the last election. You know how many people that is?
4.
I gotta open that up for 6 hours
Yeah,
for 17 people.
okay,
And hopefully 3 or 4 come.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So they've been notified.
Okay. And who's the responsible party to like, to do the notifications and to,
I believe, well, it's Lori and Amanda from the Village of Saranac Lake.
okay,
So this is a joint effort.
Hmm.
And believe it or not, Mark Shackner and Glenn helped clarify a lot of the process. It's been confusing as hell.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know, when I saw the special election, okay, now I understand.
yeah. So, you know, without reading this whole whereas stuff,
No,
No.
the special election will be held on September 4th. And it will be held at the Saranac Lake Townhouse. From, let's see, from 1 PM to 7 PM. So I'm gonna bring a good book or Hunt magazine or something,
that's it.
but that's a lot.
It is.
Uh,
I'm gonna follow them, show up before 2, you know. So
I mean, that's true. There's
Yeah.
no one left to vote.
Yeah,
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, to get all 17, say, I'm shutting it down.
yeah, that's one way of.
Yeah.
Hoping, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll take a motion to accept this special election. Jason, second Emily. Further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Right.
No one's opposed or abstains, so. So this is Lori.
Lori's got a full day on
And-
Thursday.
Yeah, and she'll be gone.
She's on tomorrow.
She gone tomorrow? And Friday.
She's on tomorrow.
She's only here on Thursday.
Okay. All right,
12, 13, 15.
so we're down to committee reports. Anything happening that we should talk about?
I have two quick things. One is I sent you all the communications from SE Group about the cost overrun for the comp plan.
Yeah,
And we can probably act on that via email, or we can act on it now. I just think we need to get over the hump.
Yeah.
And so it's $1,500 for the town, $1,500 for the village, and I believe the village acted on it at their workshop today. They were supposed to at least. Is everyone okay with that overrun? Assuming it's gonna cover.
Are you okay with it?
Yeah, I mean, they, at least they put some thought into the explanation. And I would say 3 of their 4 points are pretty valid. About why it went over.
I'm just so happy that we've gained 10 years.
It's actually technically 5. You're supposed to like do an update.
Well, I won't be here either. But you've almost made me a believer in this process.
I mean.
Almost.
Mr. Mansour had to be in there, you know, like if the comp plan didn't talk about upgrading infrastructure and water quality. Might have not gotten them
Well,
up.
that was an easy one to add on because we've been talking about it for 2 years before that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know if that needs to actually, can something be a motion if it's not on the agenda, or if we just conceptually are saying we can pay the balance?
Great rental.
I,
Do we need it?
Yeah, I don't know if we really need a
for it?
motion, I just wanted you guys to all
Yeah.
agree that we're gonna pay the overrun.
Yep.
Okay, the other thing that Haley had sent out with that cannabis application for Ardo was the RFP for the pump track.
Mhm.
And if people have not had time to review it, which I actually have not, but I would give everyone, if everyone else has, I'm comfortable voting on that, but also I think we could have a special meeting to act on it, because I do think it's gonna need to happen before our September meeting, because it takes time to order
It
it.
does.
not only that, but I'd like to know that Ken's comfortable putting that property in the position to be able to take it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
do we,
very
like,
particular
do we maybe
about
wanna like wait for Ken to have we can have a special board
I
meeting
think
where
we-
Ken
yeah.
attends. and
Yeah,
talks about
I
it.
think we need to have a meeting because I got the impression that Ken was good with it, but now I'm not so sure.
Okay, so then let's not act on it.
You know, there's one thing to grub it out, rough it and get it ready.
Yeah.
But then, like, I don't know if this is that HP, you know, that polymer where only. You meld the ground to meet the top
Hmm.
and there's nothing that goes over it. That's my impression of what we're getting.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's not like you're used to down in.
No.
That's what I was a little
It's different, it's
surprised when I
different,
saw
yeah.
that.
There's nothing that goes on top of it.
That is the
It
track.
is the track.
Yeah, I was just, how. How dangerous with that? Cause it's only, I was seeing there's only warranty for 5 years and like, what if that service, something happens to it, how durable is it?
I mean, they're a company that's been in existence and makes pump tracks, so I'm just gonna,
Yeah,
unless you have a backup plan. I'm
Oh, I
just
just
gonna-
want, no, just make sure.
I think we have another meeting and have a little discussion about, it, including that.
Yes,
That's the important part.
Yep.
It was very particular in the.
Yeah.
For the details about how the ground is.
The surface and everything. Yeah.
and then the other, this is also like a conceptual thing, we don't need to vote on anything, is that we have been approached by Adirondack, I forgot to tell you, I was gonna talk about this, we've been approached by Adirondack Roots to do another townwide CDBG grant, which the CDBG grant, if you remember, was from maybe 4 years ago.
I talked to the gal
It's more recent.
There's more reason that.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
And so Adirondack Roots acts as like the LP something, local program, LBA, local program administrator. And they basically write the grant application on our behalf, but we will have to do certain administrative things. If you remember, like we have to have a public hearing on it, all these things. But basically, we don't have to do much for a lot of benefit in return. So I think our last one was $500,000. We did a mobile home replacement in Saranac Lake. And then besides the mobile home replacement, I think there was 5 homes.
Yeah.
That got substantial improvements.
I remember we only returned like $40,000 or $50,000.
Oh, we didn't return anything.
Well, I guess what was the balance?
There was nothing that was returned, though. We actually had to, the Adirondack Roots had to, for that mobile home replacement, had
Yeah.
to take money from
Oh,
another fund
that's right.
to pay for, to finish off the mobile home replacement. So we spent it all. And we still have a very long wait list, so it's worth going back and asking.
Try for more funds.
Did she give you an amount that they were willing to write for us again?
I think they're gonna ask for another 500,000.
Okay.
Was it 500,000? I think it was.
I think it was, yeah.
So just to put that on your radar, that we're all conceptually agreeing
Of
to
course.
go ahead with the grant.
It was a good program that benefited.
And that was all I had.
All right, anyone else? I'll apologize because I didn't copy budget adjustments or personnel. Does anything stick out to you guys? I mean, I looked at them quick, but it was,
Was there personnel? I didn't see any personnel. I didn't see.
I
any
don't believe
personnel
that
actions.
it's not any personnel.
No, I got a bunch of things, but I didn't see any personnel.
did anything stick out that
No.
we should discuss?
No,
I mean, it's at this time of year still, it's all bookkeeping.
that's what it was.
Let's see, I'll take a motion to accept the audits.
So we need to-
Moved by Jason, second by Dick. Anything further? I think worth mentioning. That stack right there represents $2 million.
Yeah, that's a big stack too.
Yeah. Yep,
So.
all right, all in favor? Aye, no one opposed, carries. Thank you, we're at person's opportunity to speak.
So patient.
Yeah, one thing I would ask for, and I didn't realize this until this evening, you're going through all of this stuff and we don't know what you're talking about. The packet that I have right here is from last minute's meetings. So when you're talking about,
The packet has you just started with the minutes.
Yeah,
If you kept going in the packet, it's current
it's
information.
47 pages long.
okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
No, that would be a very valid point if that, but
Yeah.
if you keep going through it, it's in there.
Alright, you were
Yeah.
talking about the trash cans on the rail trail.
Yep.
How come they're all of a sudden needed? I understand DEC, who I believe owns the trail, wants them. But I don't see evidence of why we have to do this, and how come the rail trail's not chipping in? The Rail Trail Association,
Oh, they do,
oh, do they?
oh, yeah,
Okay,
they,
And they're also a nonprofit, so it's like giving a grant to a nonprofit.
it's like before when we still had the tracks there, the Lake Placid Snowmobile Club. Was always the one every spring, every fall.
Yeah.
I was part of the work crew for years.
yeah,
Just maintaining it and cleaning it up, and now all of a sudden it's a big deal, and we're now wasting all this money. When we always had volunteers doing everything, and I'm also questioning who's paying for the porta potties and the trash can.
they do. And that's
Okay,
like
and
a
cleaning up.
40-some thousand dollar
And they also have volunteer work days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, but they're paying for all of this stuff, it's not the town.
no, as town of North Elba, we're doing our share to help.
Okay.
For instance, we made an agreement to help keep the parking lot
I was
free
there
of
for
snow.
that last, yeah, that was talked about last.
Yep, and
last
that's Village of Saranac Lake, Town of Harrietstown.
Yeah.
North Elba and DEC.
Yeah, I understand everybody coming together,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that other people were doing this.
Yep,
You were talking about the septic systems on Lake Placid.
yeah,
I gotta tell you, I'm on the lake all the time. There's a flurry of activity before you set that resolution. People, not all shore owners, but there were shore owners that definitely knew they were not in code. And now they are.
we're gonna start knocking on doors.
Yep, I
Yeah.
really look forward to that because I can still name people out there.
Yeah, it's our water source.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
The one thing back to Perrier Place or Perrier Way,
yeah.
the road Perrier Way to me, and you said it's town owned,
No,
or you have the town easement.
Yeah,
Town
that's
right
right.
away. Okay,
yeah,
why is it chained,
because it's a private road.
even though you have the asks? So you just have like emergency easement?
Because the only thing down there, the reason the town has a right of way is to get to its wells.
I didn't
That's-
realize the wells were down there.
Yeah, yeah. So it's only the Village of Lake Placid that takes care of the Raybrook water system. Their personnel, and then the private ownership that goes in and out of there, and we share keys.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep,
All right, I'm done. Thank you.
thank you. Thanks for being patient.
Well, I learned something.
It was
every
just
time I
like-
come.
Just like watching paint dry to get through that.
It's a little bit worse than that, but I am.
Yeah. Grace.
So just to be clear on the subject law, the language didn't change at all after this one.
That's right. No amendments to the amendment.
And then for the Rosemont Way project in non-resolution language, what are the most immediate next steps? And is there like a general timeline for the?
Well,
project?
going to bid.
Start off with whereas.
Whereas.
She said, no. In English.
Like, we're yet to learn. What product is being recommended to line it, because there are a number of different products. There are distinct ones that DEC likes to recommend, especially when it's running parallel with. Not only a lake, but a water source.
Mhm.
But there are a number of them that satisfy all those specifics.
And Swazo will be helping with that.
Yes. Yeah. Anything else from you guys on Rosemont?
Well, I was just gonna ask, like, so the RF, is anything happening this season or it'll all be for
No,
next season?
It'll all be for springtime.
Okay, so still kind of research and.
Yeah,
And putting an RFP out, cause it's a very big project.
It is a.
Yeah. Is there like a very rough timeline in terms of like when this project will break or the
hopefully
ground's
before
already
we
broken,
have,
but
before we have too many more breaks in the line, we'd like to get it fixed. So we're moving as fast as
yeah,
we can get in there.
yeah.
If you can picture a lot of along the lake dropping down a hill like that. And then it goes from the front yard of many people's homes to a little short lawn. And there are minimal manholes to even get in and see that, so it's all been cameraed. I mean, a lot of work has happened already.
Right.
Yeah. What else you got?
That's it, there might be, there's a lot of little things if I.
You
if
got
I
my,
occur to
you got
me,
my number.
but,
You should go check out the fishing game. Club.
Yeah.
You probably got watched it.
Take a field trip.
This is as far as I'm concerned on background, but I've been trying, George has been contacting me.
To try to
And
fix it.
he's clearly upset, I've been trying to hear him out, of course, I didn't know a lot of this, so that was helpful. Is this common enough knowledge that people know that it's not as big of a problem as he feels it is, or is
Well, he
this
did
something
get
that's
36
worth?
people to sign it.
Yeah, is this something that's worth kind of spelling some rumors.
Well, one of the problems with George, I'm signed a position, and I live right there also, and I hear the gunshots all the time. I also hear his horn. But I signed it, I live right on the rail trail. One of the problems is when he was talking about it, he was talking about everybody's using this, the state police are coming there and using it. He's not mentioning that they're members.
Right.
He's intimidating that the state police are using the gun range.
As opposed to using their own gun range.
Exactly. So then
There are
that was like, well,
members
crap, I
using
have to
it.
hear all of that.
I haven't heard any of those rumblings in the public or just trouble people with it. So when I received the email with the signatures, it seems surprising to me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that this happened because I had more understanding of what was.
And you can hear what Wes was talking about, the boom, the pop,
You hear the
whatever.
gun go
I can
off.
hear it, I can hear it in my house once in a while.
Yeah, so
That's
yeah,
all you hear.
no, I live on, I live below.
Yeah, you live below.
But I still hear it, the 1% up on Hillcrest. But at the elementary school, we hear it, it's just, is it ideal? No, but it's.
We also live in the Adirondacks and people
Yes.
own guns.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And they're being
It's a
responsible.
place to be able to practice their gun shooting skills. Or whatever they do with it.
And a lot of these gentlemen and ladies here are avid shooters. Not just once or twice a year or something like that. They do it, like, a few of them I know do it a lot.
Yeah.
And like I said, if we didn't have a gun range. I know a couple of them, they'd be in their backyard. They would.
Before I leave, before I leave this person's opportunity to speak, I notice we have two people on the screen.
The meeting assistant is AI.
Oh, it is?
Adrian.
Transcribes it.
Oh,
Anyway, Norm,
Yep.
by any, would you
I'm
like
just,
to?
hi guys, I'm just, trying to get up to date. I enjoyed the meeting, thank you.
Well, we
That
hope,
meeting assistant's mine because I had to step away and I figured
oh, that was you, okay.
yeah, that's me. Thank you, nice to meet you guys.
thank you for attending.
I'm glad to, you've got a heck of a job. Lord have mercy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And when you said-
With that being said,
So that media assistant is an AI.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you want
you
to
can
have
turn
an AI note-taking assistant. Once you join it, you connect it to your Zoom account and then it can transcribe and summarize your notes.
I've never used that.
let's start using it, huh?
Maybe
So
more-
you're like-
This one's a system called Sybil, which is kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
But it's great and it does this really, and I could send it to you guys if you give me an email address. But it gives you a really good summary of what people said and even does an email of action items if you want. I mean, it's more for businesses and stuff,
I might appreciate
You can
that.
generate.
That sounds great.
Bullet points.
I'll send it. I can get your email online. I can send it to you.
Well, it's certainly easy. I'm all lowercase d.doty@northelba.org.
And I second
You
it.
got it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we're already.
Thank
in
you.
this session.
We are.
Yeah, he seconded it.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
Good.
I'll end the
Bye, Norm.
meeting.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.